Alright everyone, we're going to do the last character for Admiral Trench team, but obviously even with Jango Fett here, he can obviously be used on a lot of other teams, and this modding strategy can be easily converted, if not 100% used on other teams. Jango Fett's actually a really useful character in Star Wars. He's kept his viability because of his survivability. He packs good damage, and he has a mechanism where if he gives a finishing blow, then that character on the enemy side can't be revived, which is very handy against certain teams. He's got the Bounty Hunter tag, Mandalorian tag, Mercenary tag, and as you can see, Scoundrel and Separatist. So he can be used on a lot of teams. Bounty Hunters is very popular. You can use him under a Mandalorian, whether that's a Maul, even Bo-Katan Crew's lead, the Mandalore version. He does pretty good under. Mercenaries are pretty new. Scoundrels, they're probably not the best team to put them on, but if you're looking just to play around with them, that definitely is an option. He has a really good team under Admiral Trench, just because of what he provides Jango. So let's go over here real quick and we will look at Admiral Trench really quick. So there's a few things you want to note. That's his net positive here. Under here, you will be getting 20% protection up when he does tactical supremacy. Obviously, you get critical damage, 30% potency, and you recover 10% protection. Let's look at his leadership here real quick. He had 30% max health, protection, potency, and the speed there, that has to do with techs and getting extortion out. And then if you do put a tech on Jango, he will get another 100% potency for that. If you do put the Bactoid Shield Generator tech on him, he won't be able to get stealth, but he will get 100% critical avoidance and defense. So it'll make him even tougher. And then obviously when he gets heal over time from Watt, then he'll have plus 3% counter chance. And if he gets protection over time, he'll get plus 30% defense penetration. Now this here directly here refers to Jango. While an enemy has burning, they can't resist, counterattack, or gain bonus turn meter. So we'll make a quick note here. So burning is important here on this team. It will help slow down and keep some of the teams from being able to do additional damage to you. So you definitely want to have the potency and the speed to be able to get that burning out there and keep it on. Not to mention, the more speed you have, the more beneficial this plus 10% speed for each tech and each extortion that's out there on the battlefield is going to help you. Like if you have 200 speed, 10% would be 20. If you have 300 speed on, that'd be 30 speed. So there can be a difference there. And then right over here, while Trench is active, Separatist allies have a plus 50% potency, so you get even more potency. And then that's pretty much it for there. I'm just double checking. Okay, so let's go back to Jango. So some keynotes from what we've seen under Trench is that Trench is going to give Jango a lot of potency. And he's going to get a ton of potency if you put a tech on. And he's actually one of the best ones to put a tech on, to be honest. A lot of people will put the Bactoid shield generator on him and you kind of use him as the team's tank, because Count Dooku can put everyone else under stealth, and then Jango will be left out there with no stealth, and then he'll be able to sit there and absorb all that damage. Now, and if you go for survivability on him, because Trench also gives protection up, that works best at the higher, the more health you have on the character. So you can put protection on Jango. I would personally say that health on this team kind of trumps that. Maybe on a different team like Bounty Hunter or something, protection might be better. But for the Trench team, I definitely would recommend doing health over protection if possible. Protection is still good, but health is a little bit better. And he's going to give himself a bunch of health right here. Just wanted to point this out real quick. Plus 100% defense penetration and plus 50% max health. So you're going to help keep feeding that. And he does have Bounty Hunter Resolve, which does give him like a second life. And we can kind of look at his stuff here real quick. This one here, you gain 15% offense for each enemy suffering a debuff. So offense is going to help. Here again, you want to that potency is going to help because you can inflict healing immunity and stagger. And burning, obviously you've seen that helps, but also conflagration on target character, lose 25% max health, stacking if they were suffering a debuff. So Trench is also going to be giving him some offense through the way his kit and stuff works and goes with Jango. With that being said, let me just show you here. I got him at Relic 7. And I'll show you his down here to his offense. He's got, I currently have a critical chance of 101%. And about 70% or 75%, you kind of want to switch over to crit damage because that will give you bigger numbers in offense. And there's kind of a caveat. Now a lot of teams have critical avoidance and all this extra stuff, so it's become less valuable. So I'm going to suggest kind of a mixed strategy with him, because he is going to get offense boost. Let me go over here and I can kind of show you here. Through his relic levels, you will be getting a ton of critical chance. Look at this, 33.88%. And going up to relic level 8, I would get it up to 41.33. So you really, if you start relicing him, putting relics on him, you don't really need the crit chance. And if I get him up to relic 8 and 9, I will probably be switching out these critical chance mod set for health. So that would be my ultimate suggestion. Crit damage set with the health set. Starting off, you can do a crit chance set just to kind of help beef it up. But I definitely think health or defense, you could do defense, is the way to go. I definitely recommend a speed for the arrow. I went health right here because that's going to help his feed into his max health stats and protection up. Obviously, this is defense always, offense always. This I went with potency. Obviously, this is helping me get it up to where it's at. So let me show you where it's at for potency. 93.29%. Now, if you want something different right here, you could go with like offense or health would be my two recommendations. You could do defense if you wanted to, but then you'd have to do a crit damage set and then a potency set, so you can help get that potency up, unless you manage to get some really good potency secondaries. You definitely want to still try to get that potency up around 100% if you can, and obviously getting that crit chance 75 or plus is going to help him with getting that crit damage. And on the triangle, I went with offense, even though I got a crit damage set. So I'm spreading out my stats. This is going to bump up his offense. So when he can't hit those crit damage spikes, he will still be able to put out some good offense. Plus, this one had 22 speed, so that was another reason. So on this team, what are you wanting to try to get? I would recommend trying to get, if possible, your Jango up to 300 plus speed. You want to get as much health on as possible. Extra crit damage through the crit damage set. You could do an offense set if you wanted and do a crit damage triangle if you wanted to reverse it. Potency, you need to try and get up around 100%. And then crit chance, you don't really need to mess with. And then try to get as much offense on as possible. So you want to have a balanced build. If you notice, this is kind of a balanced build. You want some health, protection's good, defense is good. You want to hit the 300 speed mark, get crit damage up, get around 100% potency, and then get a significant amount on offense. So hopefully this helps everyone. And I can bring this up here just so everyone can see kind of how much I'm adding to all these stats. Tenacity is never a bad idea, by the way. If you get tenacity as secondary, just roll with it. I got over 2,100 extra offense on him. So hopefully this helps everyone with your Jango build on a trench team, and these principles can be applied to your bounty hunter or Mandalorian team as well. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. I really appreciate all the support from everyone so far, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. And see you in the next one. This is the way.